This is my kind of work.
Oh wait, did I just go back? I did. Am I going crazy? Is that really all there was in there? Okay. I was really hoping that I get something cooler from a noble's house, but oh well. I need to have Camilla for there. Can I change my party? Alright, so get rid of you, put you in. That looks pretty good to me. Let's rest to regain our spells. I didn't even give him spells, Jesus. Alright, so Mage Armor's useless apparently, no matter who I use it on. Let's just add a second Grease. A couple Shocking Grasps would probably be good. And level 2 spells. Hideous Laughter is so good. Okay. You little Miss Wizard, what do you got? Snowball's kind of useless. Magic Missile is just so good. Carmilla, level 2 spells. Let's do that. Get another Hold Person. Another Bless. Okay, that looks good to me. Let's do a little bit of a nappy nap. Sela has a... what? Oh my god, what's happening? I was trying to not rest. Sometimes a long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy, clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such disturbed slumber are myriad. Strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Tuliel emerges from the oblivion of his leaden sleep like a drowned man dragging himself up from the depths of a swamp. The wound on his chest is burning, like someone pressed an invisible brand to it. The wound has closed again, but the bloodstain on his shirt betrays its presence beneath. There's no time to investigate the cause behind his malaise. A trying day lies ahead, but how will Tuliel be up to the challenge if his thoughts are so muddled, and his entire body aches like after a day's toil? Yeah, take care of my health. After several moments, the weariness abates, retreating to the depths of his subconscious, but leaving the path open to return the next time Tuliel seeks the refuge in sleep. Tuliel recalls that he slept peacefully in the Defender's heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what has happened. Corrupted and Nightmares. Nightmares and corruption prevent you from resting well. Corruption increases during rest at different rates in different areas. Okay. You can fully remove corruption in safe places. Okay. Sweet. Did everyone else rest, or? Oh, she has a spell slot now! Hell yeah! Is Smite here? I just want Smite. When do I get Smite? I mean, Stunning Barrier just sounds amazing. Excuse me? I mean, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I will take that 100%. Do I have, like, an aura? Okay. I guess I just actions. Okay. Alright. Let us go to the mansion. Editor's note. At this point, he forgets to turn his mic back on. So you're going to have to deal with a little bit of post-production commentary. So we're deciding to go get some resources, and at this point, he's thinking to himself, Dear God, why did they slow down your movement on the map? They had a choice to make, and they made the wrong one. But at least we got some reagents. And then he realizes he has to go back around. Gonna feed my boys some Powerade. And then we're moving. Heading up to the mansion, we're doing Horgus' quest now.
Ah, there you are, at last. You certainly took your time. I thought perhaps you got lost on the way here. I was already regretting not drawing you a map.
Horgus' relief is palpable even through his grousing.
It's a tragedy to see one's house in such a sorry state, and I've always had a few guards in my service, you know. I hope those blockheads died honorably and didn't simply flee at the first sign of danger.
Horgus turns toward the corridor with a pensive expression on his face.
My manor, you see, contains several items that are of great value to me. I wish to retrieve them before they're discovered by my fellow citizens, who are, in the current chaos, seem to have taken to thieving and marauding like ducks to water. So, here's what I want you to do. Take a stroll through my house, peek into the rooms, and if you find anyone, kill them on the spot. That'll teach any other opportunists to stay from Horgus' Worm's manor. While I'm standing here by the entrance, I could clearly hear the sound of someone rooting around inside. Any possessions of mine you find in there you can keep. It's all as good as lost to me anyway. When you're sure the house is empty, give me a signal from my study window. Wave a torch around or something like that. You can decide while you're in there.
This should be good. I'm always up for poking around a fancy manor. What are these valuable items that are worth risking your life by going back into the manor?
Never you mind. I'm paying you to clear out the ruffians inside, not to ask questions.
Horgus glares at you for a few seconds before dropping his gaze.
In any case, you will learn what this is all about just as soon as you clear the way from my study for me, so restrain your curiosity.
Alright, I understand.
Well, get on to it, or are you waiting for a special order? I shall await your signal.
Horgus pauses.
And good luck in there, I suppose.
Yeah, a little bit of a train back there accompanying me. A little bit of train harmony. Let's do a little party arranging. Trying to get the melees up front, rangers in back. Yeah, keep Woljif a little farther back. He's squishy. And keep our beautiful paladin right up front as the main tank. Little owl kitty. I love the little pet companions they give you in this game. They're so adorable. I do what I must because I can. Dramatic portrayal of the Portal song. Whips and floggers. Mr. Horgus. Do pray tell. And here is an immense moment of joy. I see the sickle is a light weapon, which can be held by Woljif to have his dual wielding. Look how excited he is! Oh, it's a thing of beauty when your character gets an enchanted weapon. Look at him. Beautiful little tiefling bastard. Just lots of kinky shit in that room.
Their life Don't hold back!
It's the 17th time they've told us about damage reduction.
We will win this war.
And this is where I'm realizing that in between the deaths, that big battle, I forgot to put spells back on the hotbar. Whoops.
I'll watch your back.
Really, these things are just gold mines. Masterwork selling for 100, composite selling for 100, and ooh, got some onion soup. Making some fancy meals. Fancy feast, more like it.
I'm gone.
You can handle them, right?
So we're just getting through some cultists here. Battle is so quick. I really am glad I decided to switch to real-time combat for the small encounters. If I was reading every line of dialogue and playing turn-based the whole time through, this playthrough would never end. Which, you know, some people may want. I personally would like to eventually play more games on stream than just one.
We do it my way.
And really, you think there would be better loot in, you know, the manor of the richest man in the city. But we got some elven notes. That'll be important in a bit. And by a bit, I mean a few episodes from now. Remember, people, you gotta quick save. Constantly and obsessively. Yo, bro, a heavy blunt object's blocking that door, man. If you know what I mean.
Cover me, all right?
This will be quick.
That boy just does some beefy damage. Rolling a 22 for damage is just the best. Looking to see if she has, what was it, point blank shot? The one that lets you shoot into people without taking the penalty.
Anything new?
And she doesn't, sadly. Kind of the detriment of just using the game's basic leveling system, but, yeah. I'd have to do a lot of research to figure out what's going on there. Love how he's managing his spells, but fails to notice the 2 separate instances of magic missile on there. He doesn't notice for a very long time.
Not this time.
Don't mind me.
And after failing to pick the lock a couple times, and realizing that you can't
You
just
can trust me.
make it work, because you already failed, you can't try again. So I do a little cheeky, you know, quick load. I want what's in that goddamn chest, man. We got another train passing by. It's a popular night.
I'm gone.
I'll cut you wide open. I refuse to accept their statement.
That sounds just so ridiculous. Been someone had a lot of fun in the studio for that one. Yeah, we'll quick save right before the lock. And our intrepid not rogue
Appreciate this.
gets it. And we get our first magical shirt. Plus on all saving throws against fear. So you know who we want that on? Our barbarian, the one that we really don't want feared. Mind-controlled and feared are the two worst possible things for a barbarian. I know I keep saying barbarian. It's, you know, Blood Rage or Primalist, but it's a fancy magic barbarian is what it is.
I found something.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
The disappointment on my face. There's only 5 damage, so I just kind of say whatever. But, man, my pathing skills were bad there. So, trapdoor for literally nothing. Really an unimpressive amount of loot for Mr. Horgus Gwyn's mansion.
This will be
Should
quick.
have listened to reason.
Did you see that?
I really do like how Pathfinder is a little bit more immersive by having more frequent instances of interactions, like, you know, resistances and playing around bludgeoning, piercing, light damage types. It's really neat that they actually take that into account a lot more than something like D&D does, where it's kind of only specific things and specific creatures you want to throw at people have that kind of resistance to make it a difficult encounter. But frickin' Pathfinder's got straight up negative levels that it does. Really based on that 3.5 edition. Almost got 100 gold right there. A silly me, right? Big old crack to the neck. My old bones.
They will
You've
break
crossed the
against
wrong
our
mongrel.
resolve.
Here I notice the Batu. And I go, oh god, please, dear god, don't cast a fireball and focus it. Remember what happened last time where it nearly wiped half my frickin' party with a fireball. Touched by an angel. Or whatever Iomade is. And here's our first trap. In a chest. A trapped chest. I'm very excited for if they have mimics. I don't know if they actually do or not, but we got a little magical short bow. So, +1 attack against chaotic creatures. Another thing that's heavily emphasized is the alignment system. So I just get a little bit of a, I guess, and throw on as a secondary weapon. If I decide to put him as a ranged position for a bit. It sucks that they make him, he's just so squishy. And he gets hit so often because of his AC's short, but he has that, you know, true weapon proficiency.
Save the last one for
Don't
me.
hold back!
I like how they're introducing those ranger invisible enemies. Draw your focus to, you know, the melee one and then out of invisibility. So we clear out the manor.
Together we
My
stand.
skills are absolute.
Got some kukri, which I love the shape of in pretty much every single episode of Forged in Fire. You make a kukri. But, yeah, a couple scrolls there. See if Nanyo can learn any of them. The down and bottom idiot. Nah, I decided to go through each one of them and be like, maybe this time I'll see a scroll that I missed. What I realized later on is it's better just to sort them by newest. That way I know which ones I haven't gone through yet. There we go. We got a couple spells. Actually got a 4th level spell of Stone Skin, which we can't have access to yet, and a level 3 spell, which we don't have access to yet. But it's cool to have them in the bank, though. One thing I'm glad that they don't do that older games did is, like, when you transcribe a scroll, it makes it so that you have to pay gold per spell level. It's good I don't have to do that here. Here I'm a little confused about that doorway, thinking, well, how am I supposed to get in? Is there a hidden door somewhere? A switch somewhere? And now I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go to let Horgus know about what the heck is happening. And oh, look, he found it. Congratulations. Secret door.
My secret door remains unopened. Fantastic. I wasn't too late. If you'll follow me.
Family secrets are about to be revealed. It's so thrilling.
Open your heart to me.
Interesting.
Tulio spots a secret door. What secret door? You mean the one that was just opened in front of us? Like, Tulio, what did you see? Nothing. He didn't see anything.
Follow if you dare.
Very vexed by that room. The hatred for missing anything. It just seethes in me. And we got a breastplate. Enchanted. +1. Just trying to figure out which is better. The extra 1 AC or the +2 insight against AC for undead. And I decide... defense is better.
I do what I must.
Whenever I click off of the screen... Oh, right here I am trying to figure out what the heck that room is. So let's do a quick jump cut. And he's figured out that it's for something later in the game in a different chapter.
The paintings are right where I left them. Very good. Horgus thanks you for your help.
Perception check succeeded. There's something off about the paintings in front of you. The blonde-haired boy in the Gwen family colors doesn't look like Horgus in the least. The family's portrait depicts Horgus alongside an unknown half-elf woman and a little girl who bears a striking resemblance to Camellia. Who's in the paintings, Horgus?
So you've noticed. It seems there's no point in hiding it anymore.
Horgus is silent for a few moments and then sighs and presses his lips into a hard line.
You see, I have 2 secrets. Camellia is in fact my daughter, and I'm not the real Horgus Gwen. You're not Horgus Gwen? My real name is Darian Witt. My parents were the servants of the real Gwyrms at the mansion on the eastern edge of Mendev. The Gwyrms were generous and noble, but short-sighted. They burned through most of their fortune on charity, and when instead they should have taken better care of guarding the mansion. When I was 10 or so, I used to play in the garden with the real Horgus Gwyrm, who was just my age. I have no idea where the demons came from. Horgus ran to the mansion and I bolted in the opposite direction. He was captured and killed and I wasn't.
Horgus shrugs apologetically.
Crusaders came from the nearest city to aid us, but I was the only one who survived. They asked my name and I said I was Horgus Gwyrm. That's the whole story.
Such a heartwarming tale. It never fails to bring tears to my eyes.
You're in no position to judge me, Camellia.
Horgus' hands curl into fists, but his voice sounds more tired than angry. You're right, I'm not. A golden opportunity fell right into your lap. There's nothing shameful in seizing your chance for a better life. Exactly. I wish I had your luck.
That was my thinking at first.
Horgus releases a hollow laugh.
But the years have given me a different view on things. It is difficult for me to speak openly about the secret which I have kept all these years. I have been hostage to them my entire life, strange as it sounds.
Kelly is your daughter?
Yes, illegitimate, that is to say.
Horgus' cheeks redden.
She has resided in this house since birth. The staff thought she was a niece or the daughter of a friend who died in the Crusades. I never disturbed them of their disabused them of their notions. Her mother, Isis, was a half-elf of humble origins. She worked in the garden here. I wanted to unite the Gwyrm family with another noble line. The Gwyrm name could not be permitted to mix with commoners and thereby plunge into insignificance. Iris did not protest, and we successfully hid our connection. And when Camellia was born, I did not claim her as my own. As far as Mendham knows, Camellia is the daughter of a Gwyrm family servant who died over 10 years ago.